that he becomes the next president, we may never know what he can do or will do differently.
Yes. Coming from Oluyole State now, Tola, agribusiness. Dr. Debo Akande, I'm sure you know him, is the executive advisor to the governor, Sheyi Makinde, yes, on agribusiness, and the director general of the agribusiness development agency, OISADA, in Oyo State. And yes, he conducted an interview here, and yes, he said he spoke on the state's exploit on the agribusiness front, declaring that the management of agribusiness must be data-driven in order to attain the level of Nigeria's peers like Indonesia and Brazil. And yes, the excerpts are here, the interviews conducted by reporters from the Nigerian Tribune. And of course, talking about agribusiness, I've had the opportunity of covering their events, the OISADA events, going to some agribusiness hubs, especially the Fashola agribusiness hub, and well, what I saw there then, and I was amazed that can Oyo State do this? Talking about farming, real farming, talking about processing of products, talking about husbandry, animal husbandry, a massive experience, yes, massive one. And I know he knows what he's doing. The governor, he knows what he's doing. Dr. Debo Akande, I worked with him so many times, about 4 or 5 times, talking about these agribusiness farm and other areas where they are trying, the Oyo State government is trying to, develop, talking about agribusiness and agri farming. Well,
there is something which, if not curtailed, now that it is attempting to fester, which if not curtailed quickly, could threaten agribusiness and the activities of bandits.
Yes.
Coming to Oyo State now, an established fact that they have come to our doorstep. Now, Oyo bandits attack. Well, the government is on top of the situation as we speak. And it says here, Oyo bandits attack, operatives step up investigations, comb Kwara and Niger boundaries. And says operatives drawn from the different security agencies operating in Oyo State have stepped up investigations into Tuesday's attack on the Old Oyo National Park office, where 5 lives were lost. And investigations by correspondents confirmed on Thursday that some of the officials operating in the Old National Park have been summoned to Ibadan for interrogation. Well, let me look at the possibility of inside collusion. It was confirmed that in findings by the operatives indicated that a rift between the officers at the park and some others who were permitted to operate there ignited the attack by the bandits. It was also gathered that the attack was a targeted incident, which sources said must be investigated deeply. Now, what I would want the government to, I'm not a security operative member, but I believe the first step should be to actually go after these people. I believe they are still within those forests. I believe that is where they are. I believe they are. So we should not just assume that they are there and that as long as we don't trouble them, they won't trouble us. I think that should be the first step. And then investigations follow or go side by side with the efforts to apprehend them. We shouldn't wait for them to strike again.
That is it.
Right, let's have this commercial break. We'll be back.
Èyíkéyìí ọkọ̀ tó bá ń wà. Onílọ àpò tó péye. Máa dágun lá jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mú bí o. Níbikíbi tó bá wà ló fún ojúlówó. Ó yá sọ pé. Jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mú bí o. Bóbi ní ṣúlẹ̀ ọjọ́. Jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mú bí o. Lọ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó.
Hello.
Olumide,
why you dey answer the phone now?
Oh boy, look again, make you see who call you.
Chai! Omo, this small text no easy to read again, oh. Now Olamide be one call.
E be like Satan don't reach for you to enter one health outlet. Make them help you check your eye. Make you can also arrange reading glasses.
Reading glasses for health outlets?
Well, if you don't reach your past 35 years, you fit get free vision screening and reading glasses wey dey affordable for some health outlet wey near you.
As we don dey age, our eyes need small support to take dey see well. Enter any health outlet wey near you for free eye check. Come get reading glasses wey dey affordable to take dey see well. Green us for 0706 489 9614 for more information. Na 0706 489 9614. Na the National Eye, Ear and Sensory Functions Health Program of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. They partner with Vision Spring Nigeria to bring you this message. Vision Spring. See well. Do well.
Unveiling of Oyo at 50 logo and 50-day countdown ceremony. Ọ̀yọ́ state at 50. Bí àná lórí nígbà tó gbó kọ. Ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ oríire yìí wá pọ̀. Lásìkò yìí láfẹ́fẹ́ ayọ̀ ń fẹ́lẹ́lẹ́lẹ́. Gbogbo onípojúpọ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. A kú oríire Ọ̀yọ́ state golden jubilee. Oníṣòwò nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Oníṣòwò òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba gbogbo. Lórí olókoòwò. Àgbẹ̀ ọmọ bíbí àtàjèjì nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Pọ̀pọ̀ ṣìnṣìn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ kẹẹ̀ẹ́dógún oṣù kejìlá ọdún 2025. Ìṣàfihàn ìdámà tó ń ṣèdáyàtọ̀ àmì. Àádọ́ta ọdún ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Ọ̀yọ́ state golden jubilee. Ó tó yọ̀ sí. Àkọ́kọ́ ọdún ẹlẹ́lẹ́yìn. Ọmọ bíbí ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ kó máa sọ kúlúkúlú ló kan àyà yín. 50-day countdown látọjọ́ Monday ọjọ́ kẹẹ̀ẹ́dógún oṣù kejìlá ọdún 2025. Àjọṣe wa ní Ọ̀yọ́ state golden jubilee. Ọ́fíìsì gómìnà secretariat Agodi Ìbàdàn láti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Aago 10 àárọ̀ ní lọ́jọ́ náà. Ìdùnnú ńlá ló jẹ́. Tírú àjọ̀dún yìí sojú wa. Tójú wa sì ń ríṣẹ́ ribiribi. Lásìkò gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Gbogbo èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ẹ pariwo ayọ̀. Ìkéde yìí wá láti ọ̀dọ̀ alága ìgbìmọ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ state at 50.
Honourable Saheed Akíade Fìjàbí.
Àjọṣe gbogbo wa ní gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé. Gómìnà tó bùkún ọlá nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Ẹ kú oríire o.
Conversation. All right, we're back, and it's still conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM. Bimbo, still regarding the bandits attack in the Oluyole local government area, what I'm seeing here actually worries me, Bimbo. And personally, I'm bothered. Regarding the course of investigations. Now, hear this. Investigations reveal that operatives are seeking details of what actually orchestrated the attack, as it was gathered that some herders who were apparently angered by some happenings within the park might have alerted the bandits who launched the attack. But whatever it is, the operatives are already interrogating those on ground and will unravel the issue. Now, this sounds like, now, they say operatives are seeking details of what actually orchestrated the attack. Now, the attack shouldn't have happened at all, but this is sounding very much like the bandits are already there.
Yes.
They are domiciled there. They live there. We know where they are, and it appears as if we know that they are there. But like I said before, that the situation is that if they don't trouble, if they don't trouble us, we don't trouble them. So now it says here that some herders who were apparently angered by some happenings within the park might have alerted the bandits who launched the attack. So the bandits were there, they were not making any trouble, but the herders decided to alert them. So this use of words particularly, what actually orchestrated the attack. So normally, these people are supposed to attack at random in places where they launched these attacks, and the belief was that they just came in. Maybe those that were being chased from a particular place, fleeing the onslaught of security operatives, were the ones that strayed into our environment to come and launch the attack. But it's like what from this narrative I'm reading here now, as if they've always been there, and some people, and they've been cohabiting with them, the people that have been cohabiting with them, they know they are there.
It has been on for a long time.
The authorities know that they are there.
Yes.
And then so what the security officers are now working on is that okay, Kilo Wali Biele, what these people have been there, they've not been making any trouble. What actually orchestrated this attack? What actually? So it's not as if from what I'm doing, my own little interpretation is not as if the operatives intend to go after them and flush them out of that place. They are working on what angered them, what what made them to launch that attack, so that we don't have that kind of attack again. It's not as if they intend to drive them away from the place. Like I said, it sounds as if they are there, and that the attack was not supposed to happen because we'll be managing them. So what actually triggered this? So it's not as if they want to. So that is why I said I'm worried. I'm very, very worried.
Nobody has been doing anything, especially the authorities.
So I don't know, I don't know what exactly. And I mean, this line, they are talking about investigations. They are not talking about going into the forest to go and drive them out. They are there, but like I said, maybe one way or the other, they've always been able to manage them. So the investigations is not about going into the forest to drive them away from the place. They are there, and they've not been attacking. So why did they attack? That's what the course of investigation is now following. I don't know if you get my drift.
I understand.
And I'm really worried, really worried about this.
Because these people, they will cohabit, like you said, with these people inside. There are some villages, some small settlements inside those bushes. They will be with them. They will, give them lands. They will be, rearing their animals and all those. They will be with them. You even think that they look more, our own indigenes here look more like them. They look like Fulanis and Hausas.
It's like the security agents are treating this as maybe a communal clash. A communal clash. And when it occurred, we don't want to find out that why did it occur? Why did it? Why did a particular group feel aggrieved so that they launched an attack?
Yes, and killed 5 forest guards. But like I said, I mentioned, I said that yesterday that I believe there must be a collaboration with local criminals there. There must be some collaboration between those that came attacking and the local criminals there.
And Afenifere Sean Adams, Alawakala, others condemn killing of forest guards. Alawakala, that's the son of the late Governor Alawakala, who is now a member of the House of Representatives.
Yes, I have this here. Before we open the phone lines, officers of the Nigerian Air Force have met with senior United States officials and representatives of Beltextron to fast-track the acquisition of 12 AH-1IZ attack helicopters, like 1Z, yes, attack helicopters, a critical capability upgrade intended to bolster Nigeria's counter-terrorism and security operations across the country.
But the Tucano jets never made any difference.
Yes, we hope they can. Well, they can.
We don't even know where the Tucano jets are now.
Yes, we don't know. Nobody's talking. No military official is talking. Government is not talking about those Tucano jets.
And they never made any difference. At most, they hit more of civilian targets. This one says President Trump withdraws U.S. from 66 international organizations. Right, let's open the phone lines.
That is like you always say, another Adolf Hitler making.
And 5.36 million power electricity customers still unmetered. Another commercial timeout. When we are back, we open the phone lines.
Any motor where you dey drive, you need confirm protection, no, for your engine, no. Get make a mobile, make it mobile, no, make it mobile. Anywhere you dey, the motor deserve to be #1, yo. Make it mobile, no, make it mobile. You carry the go, make everybody join me, say, make it mobile.
Make you go with the best.
Make it mobile.
Hello?
Oluyole, why are you answering the phone?
Check again and see who you called.
Hey, small letters are not easy to read, you know. I wanted to call Olamide.
I think it's time for you to go to a health outlet to check your eyes and get reading glasses.
health outlet for reading glasses?
Yes, if you're 35 years or older, receive free vision screening and affordable reading glasses at designated health outlets near you.
As we age, our eyes need a little support to see clearly. Visit a health outlet nearby for a free eye check and affordable reading glasses today to see the difference. Call 0706-489-9614 for more information. That's 0706-489-9614. This message is brought to you by the National Eye, Ear and Sensory Function Health Program of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare in conjunction with Vision Spring Nigeria. Vision Spring. See well, do well.
Whether your team see the inside or don't come out, one thing not they change. Football see they ginger us. The debate, the rivalry, the unpredictable goals we will land anytime. Better no dey front row for all of them. Every match, every shocker, every chance to play your part as the 12th player. The competition continues, and so does your game. Keep the passion going on Betano. Not for persons under the age of 18. Bet responsibly.
ẹ̀ǹdá o ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ẹ máa kú ọdún ìròyìn ayọ̀ wọlé dé Golden Chance Lotto lágbèkalẹ̀ wípé káwọn olólùfẹ́ Golden Chance Lotto ó jẹ̀bùn lóríṣiríṣi. bẹ́ẹ̀ni o nírú àsìkò pọ̀pọ̀ sísan ọdún yìí Golden Chance Lotto kẹrẹ̀ òbítíbitì ẹ̀bùn bẹ́ẹ̀lẹ̀ fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó tayọ wa dáadáa bíi electronics foodstuff airtime lórí fóònù owó àtọ̀pẹ̀bùn míì lóríṣiríṣi àǹfààní yìí ò gbọ́dọ̀ fọ́ọ̀rù ìwọ́n sá ti tayọ tó tó 1000 tàbí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ lórí tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì kan fọ́sẹ̀ kan ṣe é lọ́jọ́ kó gbọ́dọ̀ sọnù QR code tó wà lórí tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ ní ó sọ fún ọ ẹ̀bùn tó jẹ́ tí wọ́n bá ti scan ẹ̀ ta Golden Chance Lotto báyìí kó jẹ̀bùn kó dọ̀gá ládùúgbò ẹ̀.
ẹ lè ta Golden Chance Lotto láwọn ilé ìtajà wa káàkiri.
onígbèdéke títa o ta lọ́pọ̀ kó jọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀bùn ta jẹ́ gba winnings kó tún gbẹ̀bùn rẹpẹtẹ kájọ ṣe bí ọba àsọpọ̀ àti àsọyéwà o kò sí fọmọ tí ìpọ́dún méjìdínlógún Golden Chance Lotto ọ̀nà tó yá láti di mílíọ̀nìà.
Conversation. All right, we are back and it's still conversation. Time to open the phone lines. 070-5555-1985.
Hello, good morning.
Our first caller here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you, Mr. Jide.
Now, on security, what happened in Oluyole? I heard the radio program yesterday, and the man, Yoruba program, I was late before joining the program, but the man will give it account of what happened. They said what I like him work with the bank, and he sold some land to some elsewhere, and came back for the allergy. He said, in fact, the way he was relating it, they said even the traditional chief in that area was involved in that thing. They've done their investigation, the locals over there, which I give them kudos for. So it's now left for the government and the security authority to take charge. On the yes-men calling on some mercenaries to come and attack, yes. This is what they always do. Since 2015, I've said this on the program when I attended. I said, look, these people have a standing army. It's not a very army or one beating army. It's one standing army. They recruit among themselves, train, give them uniform and ammunition. These ones are not elders. These ones are their military wings. When they have problems, they call upon them, and those ones come and sweep everything off. These are the ones moving from one state to state, village to villages to see people. That place that they attack, if you can move from there to Sokoto without getting to the main road. We all know this. You just pass through the forest. From that to the local government, you can get to Sokoto without getting to the main road. It's a forest, what they call it, a lane. You can just walk. They know how to navigate the forest. So, government is not doing enough. Maybe state, whether federal, they are not what they're supposed to do. It seems they don't want this thing to end. That's what I don't, because these are easy things to know, easy things to catch. But they seems to be indifferent about it. That that's what it's all this. Then okay, I want to speak on Wiki before, but thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying, Bimbo, is that from what I'm seeing unraveling here, it appears as if this issue of the presence of the bandits is fast being accepted across different parts of the country as a new normal and something we have to manage. So that if there's any incident, we instead of going after the bandits, we start investigating what actually triggered it. And just like they are saying in the case of what happened here in Oyo State, as if it's a new normal for those people to be present or for them to be called upon anytime so, and we now address what triggers it instead of going after the bloodsuckers themselves.
Yes, what I know is that, well, generally they are already here. We must know how to take measures to prevent casualties. 0055009850 and 07055551985. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Bimbo.
Good morning, sir. Mr. John.
John calling from Ilori.
Good to have you, sir.
Well, I think insecurity has come to stay. Even when U.S. bomb everywhere in the north, what happens? They run down to the south, and it's like the south are not prepared. They are not prepared. That is my own taking. But it will all blow in our faces if the southern just feel it's normal. If it is normal in the north, it should not be normal in the southwest. That is my take. On Fubara, if I am Fubara, I would have gone to the president, not to beg him to still stay in office. I would have just go beg him for safe landing and resign. Because it doesn't make sense when you continue to swim in the troubled water. You have done all your best to see that you satisfy your godfather, and your godfather looks like someone that cannot be satisfied. Go to the president. If you need to lie down, but please let me have safe landing. I want to resign. I'm tired of this job. I think that would be the best option for him. As for Wike, I want to believe he should remember that he was not a good ally of Tinubu initially. It was Rotimi Amechi. But when Rotimi Amechi was making his shoulder higher, Tinubu caught his wing. His own time is coming when his wing will be clipped. What triggered this thing, apart from the money? Immediately Fubara received his card. He wrote 001. And Fubara was bragging about it, that I'm the #1 APC in Rivers State. You can see my card. It is written 001. This trigger anger in Wike. Is Wike 001? Is Wike supposed to be 001? As far as you are contrary, he carries the card of PDP. It's not a card carrying member of APC. So he should not be regarded as 001. Fubara is 001. So you are not a member. How can they give you 001? Lastly, the Tinubu administration should be proactive. In the next few months, the world will be flooded with Venezuela oil. And Nigeria economy pegged its economy on $65 per barrel to run the Nigerian economy. When Trump floods the world with Venezuela oil, according to what he promised to do, don't forget that OPEC cannot stop him. And it's going to flood it to the extent that the oil will drop to 50 or 45. What are the proactive measures that is being taken by this administration for the deficit that will be left on Nigerian budget? How will they run this country when oil drops to $45 or $50 per barrel? Tinubu administration, this is not time to play politics. Our people are suffering, and you need to relieve our suffering. If we don't want us to get you out of that office by our vote. Good morning. Enjoy your day, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Well, Mr. John, I think the U.S. president has it all worked out. If we do anything proactive that is against the interest of the United States, our president maybe might suffer the same fate as the Venezuelan president. The excuse to come pick our own president will be that Christians are being killed in Nigeria and he's not doing anything about it. That will be the excuse. So I guess he has it all worked out, and maybe this was the intention all along. Why he raised that issue about Christian genocide, so that when we do try to be proactive about the Venezuelan situation, then he will come and then pick our president from Asolok and put him in handcuffs and take him away to the United States.
And use the congressman, one congressman like that. He just used him. And actually, he had his intentions. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Ayelabugu.
This is Ayelabugu from Lanlata.
Good to have you, sir.
You mentioned that these people are here, but I'm so sad. When the battery, they left the north and then they were in the south. Now, and in southwest, we have our governors who have been meeting on security issues. Now that it happened at Oyo, I believe the governors should come to a round table and to provide a lasting solution to this matter of insecurity in the southwest. And when you rightly mentioned that they are now here, in fact, where exactly? Is it in the bush or in the town? So that is so amazing. Now, we continue to make mention that all these forests is good in the olden days when the Oluyole government plant they do all over the place. But nowadays, it is time that the hiding place for these people. So let them give this forest to the farmers so that there won't be bushy area. And that is why I made mention, even we have this bushy area in towns, from Lanlata to Rua, you see that the left side. Right there, they are bushy, they say it's government reserve area. So government should at least give it to the people to do that and to consult, to do farming. Now, on Wike, you know, Wike is dying in piecemeal politically. There's nothing you can do. Fubara is in APC and is presently in the PDP. And you cannot substantiate the fact that he is the fourth or you want to go to APC. Let him take a decisive decision. If you want to go to APC, go there. Instead of being PDP and then you are fighting a man that has got to APC. Thank you, Dr. Ayelabugu from Lanlata.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ayelabugu. We must understand that it was Mr. Wike's pressure that made Governor Fubara going to the APC. It was part of the agreement, part of the terms and conditions given to him.
Yes.
And all the assembly members going to APC, and the House of Reps members, the senators in Rivers are going to APC. It's all Mr. Wike's making. So he's still the Grand Master of Rivers politics.
Yes, Grand Master Planner, you must get that straight. He's the Grand Master Planner, yes, in Abuja, in Nigeria too.
Well, check the time is 7:30 and we have to go. We'll be back same time tomorrow morning, God willing. My name is Tola Teriba.
And my name is Bimbo Akambi. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy your day.
Conversation.
Good morning, sports fans. Friday morning, right here from Oluyole 98.5 FM. Now, your champions down. My name is Toby Ajewale, your host on the program. I'll be bringing you the sports bits right here. And as you know, it's a breakfast sports show on radio. I'm giving you topical stories, the latest stories in the buzzing world of sport. It's good to be here. Yeah, this relatively cool Friday morning. Yes, we saw rains in most part of the city yesterday, and yes, we've had spillover from the cool weather, and I'm sure you are enjoying it wherever you are. But if you're outside of Ibadan, it's good to have you join us. You could catch us on Facebook on Oluyole 98.5 FM and Oluyole 98.5 FM. Also on YouTube, you have multiple channels to drop your comment. Let us know where you're listening from. I'll be giving you a shout out on the program this morning. Yes, you could also call on to 070-555-1985, 070-555-1985. You could also call 080-5500-9850, 080-5500-9850. So those two numbers admit your calls into our live studio this morning. Yeah, special hello to listeners on Okeogun 96.3 FM and Agility 92.1 FM. It's always good to have you join us as we are live from the mother station in the ancient city of Ibadan. Some people call it the Big Brown Roof City. And yes, we're always here to give you just the way you like it. On the menu this morning, we have domestic football stories. We'll also be going straight to the continent of Africa. We have stories from rugby. Also, we'll be going to Europe. We saw games go down in the English Premier League. One game went down yesterday. We'll also be seeing the English FA Cup continue this weekend. Also, some cup games in various parts of Europe, so it's a bumper package this morning. I can see the phone lines buzzing already, but not to worry, I'll be taking your calls much later on the program. I'll be entertaining your predictions ahead of the quarterfinals of the 35th Total Energies African Cup of Nations. When we get to that segment, I'll be opening the phone lines and we'll be having a robust discussion about the Super Eagles and all our various national teams that are participating in the last 8 of the ongoing African Cup of Nations. But first, we'll start from rugby as Nigeria is stepping up efforts to become a major contender in International Rugby League. The president of the Nigeria Rugby League Association, Abiodun Olawale Kowo, has said, Olawale Kowo told the news agency of Nigeria yesterday, Thursday, that the association strategy focuses on improved governance, stronger media engagement, and increased sponsorship drive to boost the Nigeria's presence on the global stage. He highlighted grassroots development through schools and community programs as key to expanding the nation's talent pool, while regular coaching, clinics, referee training, and administrators' workshops are being organized to strengthen technical capacity and professionalism. The Nigeria Rugby League Association president also said the association is currently fostering ties with international rugby bodies to promote knowledge transfer and also secure exposure and increase Nigerian participation in global competitions. So we're to see how all of these will move the sport of rugby forward. Well, from there, we'll move straight to today's Morocco AFCON 2025 update. Yes, so today, Friday, we'll see the commencement. Yes, so today, Friday, we'll see the commencement of last 8 matches at this year's 35th. Or shall I say this year's edition, or this edition of the 35th Total Energies African Cup of Nations going down in Morocco. And 8 teams already eyeing the prize because this edition of the AFCON From the 8 countries in the quarterfinals, 7 have won state victory. That is winning the ultimate prize. That is the African Cup of Nations, except one team. So the big boys are ready for the party. But before we get to other countries, we start from the camp of the Super Eagles, because after the game against the Mambas of Mozambique, that was on Monday, the last has not been heard about the topsy-turvy state of the camp of the Super Eagles. Because right now, yesterday afternoon, the federal government has confirmed that all outstanding match bonuses owed to the Super Eagles at the ongoing 2025 African Cup of Nations in Morocco have been fully processed and disbursed following the resolution of administrative and foreign exchange challenges. That announcement was made Thursday afternoon by the Minister of State for Finance, Mrs. Doris Uzoka Anite, via verified X-Ando. Well, according to the minister, the government, working closely with the Central Bank of Nigeria, addressed earlier bottlenecks in foreign exchange processing that has delayed payment to the national team. She also disclosed that all the group stage bonuses have been fully passed. They required regulatory approvals with final transfers already on the way. And I can tell you, this is one of the best ways to prepare for a major fixture coming to the doorstep of the Super Eagles come Saturday. And later in the evening, that was from yesterday, captain of the Super Eagles, Wilfred Onye Ndidi, has personally intervened in the ongoing bonus dispute threatening the Super Eagles preparations for their African Cup of Nations 2025 quarterfinal against Algeria. Because here it is, he has pledged to cover the outstanding payment himself if the authorities fail to do so by Saturday. Well, according to BBC correspondent Oluyole Koleji, Ndidi has been actively urging the squad to maintain focus and continue training since as early as the second group stage match. Following the team's impressive round of 16 victory over Tunisia, they have secured their knockout spot. The former Leicester City midfielder, and alongside all the senior players, has led efforts to keep the morale high and the laser to win a bonus payment. And in a bold move to prevent the issue from derailing the campaign, Ndidi first informed the senior teammate and coaching staff of his commitment before addressing the entire squad. And quoting a statement from Ndidi himself, I have been pushing the team to train and play the game against Algeria. I don't want these unpaid bonuses issued to affect our preparations. I have now made a commitment that I'll personally pay the bonuses if the authorities fail to do so before Saturday. And we saw the Super Eagles resume training in the city of Marrakesh after arriving from the City of Fairs, after resolving the standoff after the players made a short trip via flight from Fairs to Marrakesh yesterday. And we saw the players training under the lights yesterday ahead of their Saturday fixture against the Desert Foxes for Algeria, who are also gunning to get one over the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Remember, when Egypt hosted in 2019, it was the Desert Foxes who defeated Nigeria 2-1, and on the journey to lift their their second AFCON title, that was in the year 2019. Also, the Algerians have a storied history with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Talking about their AFCON travails, well, the then Green Eagles in 1980 defeated Algeria 3-0 in the city of Lagos as Nigeria lifted their maiden African Cup of Nations title. That was in the year 1980, and 10 years later, the Desert Foxes of Algeria had a sweet revenge over the then Green Eagles, defeating Nigeria 10 years later in 1990 to lift their own maiden African Cup of Nations title. So there's a whole lot at stake for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, for the Desert Foxes of Algeria, also ahead of these last 8 fixtures in this edition, the 35th installment of the Total Energies African Cup of Nations. And I want to have your say on the program this morning, and I'll be wondering and I'll be asking you if you think the Super Eagles have it all it takes to defeat Algeria come Saturday. Calling to our live studio right now as the phone lines are officially opened. 070-555-1985 or 080-550-9850. 070-555-1985 or 080-550-9850. Make the microphone yours and have your seat. And what are your thoughts ahead of the quarterfinal fixture set to kick off this year's African Cup of Nations? Because from 5 p.m. Nigerian time today, we'll be seeing the Eagles of Mali take on the Teranga Lions of Senegal in the first quarter-final fixture of this edition's African Cup of Nations. By 8 p.m. Nigerian time, we'll be seeing Cameroon take on host nation Morocco in the second African Cup of Nations title in second African Cup of Nations fixture for today. Also taking a look at the camp of some other nations. Move straight to the camp of the Pharaohs of Egypt, where Egypt's forward and captain Mohamed Salah has insisted that Egypt are not favourites to emerge champions at the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Well, Salah, while speaking with CAF's media team, he said the Pharaohs of Egypt are only here to fight for their country. The Liverpool superstars found the back of the net 3 times at this tournament. This year's edition, as the Pharaohs have progressed into the quarterfinals. Also, the Egyptians will be taking on cup holders at Cote d'Ivoire on Saturday for a place in the Final Four. And taking this quote in part from Mohamed Salah, he said, "I don't think we are favourites. We have young players, most of them playing back home in Egypt. We are just fighting for our country. Then we will see where we can go. Everyone just wants to give their best." Well, check your time right now. This is 15 minutes to the hour of 8. We'll be taking a short trip to the commercial segment. When we come back, we'll still be giving you stories from the camp of the Super Eagles and other teams who will be participating in the last 8 of the African Cup of Nations. Stay tuned. We will be right back.
Kọ́wa ká máa ka yọjú orí wa ká lè fi ọkàn wa sí ipa ọgbọ́n. Adúpẹ́ fọlọ́run fún ẹ̀bùn ọjọ́ ìbí tó fún bàbá wa Evangelist Williams Olúkúnmi Ọládẹ̀jọ tí wọ́n pé 100 ọdún 80 years àti màmá wa ìyáàfin Olúbísí Ọládẹ̀jọ tí wọ́n pé ọdún 75 75 years lókè èèpẹ̀. Agbàládùúrà pé Ọlọ́run yóò túbọ̀ máa wà pẹ̀lú yín, ó túbọ̀ dàgbà, ẹ dògbó, ẹ jẹun ọmọ pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́, ẹ fọwọ́ pawú fèrègì jobi nínú ayọ̀ àti nínú okun pípé. A ó ṣe ìsìn ìdúpẹ́ ọjọ́ ìbí bàbá wa Evangelist Williams Olúkúnmi Ọládẹ̀jọ àti màmá wa arábìnrin Emily Olúbísí Ọládẹ̀jọ nínú ìjọ Bishop Oyèbọ̀dé Memorial Anglican Church ọ̀rẹ́ méjì Agúgù nílùú Ìbàdàn ní ọjọ́ Sátidé ọjọ́ 10 oṣù kìíní ọdún yìí. Bàbá wa Evangelist Retired Sergeant Williams Olúkúnmi Ọládẹ̀jọ àti màmá wa ìyáàfin Emily Olúbísí Ọládẹ̀jọ lágbára Ọlọ́run ẹ túbọ̀ jẹun ọmọ pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ ẹ pẹ̀ láyé kánrin kése. Bùsáyọ̀ Àjàyí ti iléeṣẹ́ BCOS ló ní ká máa kí yín pé ẹ ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọdún láyé.
Celebrate, we wish you happy birthday.
Yes, you're welcome back from that commercial break. You're still listening to Sporty Beats right here on Oluyole 8.5 FM. Your champion star. and still giving you stories from the ongoing African Cup of Nations. Returning straight back to the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Well, right now, upon arrival from Fairs to the city of Marrakesh yesterday, the Super Eagles players they have now been banned from talking to journalists. That was during their opening training yesterday, and this was confirmed in a statement by the team's media officer, Promise Efoge. Well, according to Efoge, this was due to the events of the past few days, including the bonus round that led to the team's late arrival in Marrakesh, where they'll be playing Algeria come Saturday. And quoting Efoge, he said, interactions with the players earlier scheduled for today have been called off in the wake of recent development, including the late arrival time to Marrakesh. I want us to respect the decision of the players not to speak at this time. Well, we wait to see if the Super Eagles will really indeed be super and ready when they face Algeria come Saturday. Well, the kickoff time on Saturday is 5 p.m. Nigerian time, and trust us, we'll be building up to the game. And yes, when Bulu Ajugumola comes tomorrow, we'll be giving you more updates from the Total Energies African Cup of Nations. So that brings an end to today's AFCON update all the way from Morocco. As we prepare to hit the home stretch on the program this morning, I'm moving straight to the Spanish Super Cup, because yesterday we saw the second semi-final go down in the city of Jeddah yesterday, as Federico Valverde scored a stunning early free kick as Real Madrid beat Atletico Madrid to set up a Clasico meeting with Barcelona in the Spanish Super Cup final. Rodrigo doubled Real's lead in the 55th minute before Alexander Sorot pulled a goal back for Atletico. But it was the 13th time Super Cup winners who prevailed to reach Sunday's final. And Thursday's semi-final in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia was only 77 seconds old when the Los Blancos captain Valverde sent a 30-yard free kick freezing past Atletico goalkeeper Jan Oblak into the top corner. And yes, for several fans of Spanish football, they will be entertained with a Clasico final come Sunday. From the Spanish Super Cup, we move straight to the French Super Cup, which was played yesterday, the final. Well, it was Gonzalo Ramos that snatched an equalizer deep into added time before Paris Saint-Germain defeated Marseille in a penalty shootout to win the Champions Trophy on Thursday. Goalkeeper Lucas Chevalier saved penalties from Matt O'Reilly and Ahmed Traoré in the shootout as PSG denied Marseille a first piece of silverware since 2012. Chevalier has been decisive earlier in the game to deny several Marseille chances, and PSG claimed the trophy, also known as the French Super Cup, for the 4th straight time, and a record extending a 14th overall. And in addition to winning the Champions League, PSG completed a league and a cup double last season, with Marseille finishing second in Ligue 1. Game that went down in the English Premier League yesterday, Arsenal versus Liverpool Football Club. Well, that encounter ended goalless for both sides, as several thought Arsenal would race into that game with several goals, but football can be like a cookie, you never can know where it crumbles. But the points were shared in that encounter. But this weekend in England, the leagues will be paused as the FA Cup takes center stage from today. As we'll be seeing third round fixtures in the FA Cup, Milton Keynes Dons, that is MK Dons, will be facing Oxford United 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time. Whilst Preston North End will be facing off with Wigan Athletic, same time 8:30 Wrexham United versus Nottingham Forest. Sportswood Vale will be facing off with Fleetwood Town, Macclesfield Town versus Crystal Palace by 1:15 tomorrow Saturday. Also by 1:15 Everton versus Sunderland, Wolves versus Shrewsbury Town, and Cheltenham versus Leicester City by 1:15. 4 p.m. Doncaster Rovers versus Southampton. Stoke City will be facing off with Coventry City by 4 p.m. Sheffield Wednesday versus Brentford, Newcastle United versus AFC Bournemouth, Fulham versus Middlesbrough, Ipswich Town versus Blackpool, Manchester City versus Exeter City by 4 p.m. Burnley versus Millwall, Boreham Wood versus Burton, Salford City versus Swindon Town, Cambridge United versus Birmingham. We'll be seeing Tottenham versus Aston Villa 6:45 p.m. tomorrow in the Premier League clash. Grimsby Town versus Weston Supermare by 6:45. And for Chelsea fans, they were monitoring Charlton Athletic versus their own club, Chelsea, by 9 p.m. Tomorrow Saturday. So there's a whole lot of games. On Sunday we'll be seeing Arsenal. They'll be guests of Portsmouth. And yes, those games will be going on and on. Also on Sunday, Manchester United versus Brighton by 5:30, and Monday night we'll be seeing Liverpool versus Barnsley. Well, these games and many more will be previewed later tomorrow by Buluwaju Gumola. We'll be back here for Saturday's edition of Sporting Beat. Well, I'll be dropping anchor right now, but not to worry, you can catch me on the television service of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State by 2 p.m. Later today, as we'll be seeing a whole lot in the world of sports. My name is Toby Ajoli. It's the weekend. You make sure you enjoy yourself. I'll see you next time.
alhamdulillah oṣù alápẹ̀lẹ̀ ti tún wọlé dé wẹ́rẹ́ o oṣù ẹ̀yọ́nú oṣù yọ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tọ́ba aláàjọ àṣà ìtọ́n sínú ìgbèkùn oṣù Ramadan. Iléeṣẹ́ rédíò àti tẹlifíṣàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ BCOS ilé akéde oríta Basọ̀run fi ń kéde wípé àsìkò ti tó fúnṣẹ́ àṣegbọ́rẹ́ o. ìtọ́ba aláǹjúwe fún wa nínú Al-Qur'an pé a lè fi làlàyé ń bí àti lọ́la àlùkìyámà. torí náà ẹ wá ṣonígbọ̀wé ètò àwẹ̀ níléeṣẹ́ wa BCOS lówó tí ògúnpá tí ó sì gajara lọ. ọba aláò sì ní dùn wá ní ládàá ẹ̀. bó ṣe rún pípé àlẹ́ àdán bó ṣe tafsir wáàzí ó túbà jímọ̀ nú àwẹ̀ tàràwí ìrun hid àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ lẹ fẹ́ ṣonígbọ̀wọ́. kódà bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ kí wọ́n máa gbọ́ lórí rédíò àbí kí wọ́n máa wò ó lórí tẹlifíṣàn live and direct bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ BCOS lẹ́ máa bọ̀ ẹ̀yẹ ṣáàtì wá sí ẹ̀ka yàwòrán film unit wa nílé akéde ń bí tàbí kẹ́pẹ́ alága ìgbìmọ̀ Ramadan tọdún 2026 Alhaji Ibrahim Adeoye ọmọ àdá mọ́mọ́ sórí 07069636433 ìbádà wa nínú oṣù Ramadan ọba aláwọ̀ ní dàlú aláyà á sì jèrè láyé ń bí àti lọ́la lùkìámọ̀ inshallah bikuratila ìgbìmọ̀ oṣù Ramadan tọdún 2026 lábẹ́ àṣẹ iléeṣẹ́ BCOS oríta Basọ̀run Ìbàdàn ló ń ṣe shukron jazilan bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń bọ̀ wá ṣonígbọ̀wé ètò.
kéré o ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ló pàrokò ìbéèrè ránṣẹ́ sí yín ká lè jọmọ bó ṣe ń lọ wọ́n ní ǹjẹ́ mọ̀ pé ní báyìí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ńlá ni kéèyàn já yanrìn wọ́rọ̀kúta ọparun òkúta lílà àtàwọn èròjà àkọlé sójú pópó ṣe mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yìn àmọ̀ kì í ṣe lé ìgbín bẹ́ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ lójú pópó kì í ṣàyè ìgbọ́kọ̀ tó ti godó sí bóyá lẹ mọ̀ pé ìwà ìbìkítà wọ̀nyí ló ń sọ àwọn òpópónà tó fẹ̀ dáadáa di tórótó ṣàkóbá fún lílọ bíbọ̀ gerege ọkọ̀ àníṣẹ́ àṣà pálapàla ìlòkulò àwọn ọ̀nà tíjọba fowó gọbọi ṣe ló ń ṣokùnfà ìdíbàjẹ́ wọn láìtọ́jọ́ tó sì ń gbọ́n owó tùlù tó yẹ kó lọ sórí ìpèsè àwọn ohun amáyédẹrùn míì lọ lákòótó ọba bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ wá gbọ́ àjèjì ọwọ́ kan ò gbẹ́rù dórí níjọba ṣe fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ gbárùkù ti òun fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ ara wa pé ká ní àyípadà ọkàn sí bá a ṣe ń lo dúkìá ìlú ká má bàa farakátà òfin tó tayéye àjẹ́ pé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń kọ́lé lọ́wọ́ nírònà àtàbánikọ́lé gan-an tẹ́ ẹ kúrò jíjá èròjà ìkọ́lé sójú pópó ẹ̀yà ajẹ́kórókè fáǹfààní mùtúmùwà tó ń lo òpópónà kékulé ó gbọ́ ó sọ fún toko kánò ó gbọ́ kóròyìn fóbẹ̀ pé láti àkókò yìí lọ ìjọba bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fi ọwọ́ ṣẹ̀kún òfin tó gbóná girigiri mú ẹni yòówù tó bá já èlò kọ́lé tàbí gbé òkú ọkọ̀ sójú títì ṣe ìdíwọ́ fún ìjágeere lílọ bíbọ̀ ọkọ̀ torí náà ẹ wá gbódẹ́kun fún ìwà àìlákàsí ẹ bọ̀wọ̀ fófin àlàáfíà àyíká àti tìrìnà lójú pópó káwùjọ wa lè dùn wò kó rẹwà láti gbé fún tònílé tàlejò ká máa rántí pé awífúnni kó tó dání àgbà àjàkadì ní o ilé iṣẹ́ BCOS ló ń kí gbogbo wa nílọ̀ pé ìgbọràn sàn jẹ̀bọ rírú.
bójúmọ́ bá ti mọ́ ọ̀yẹ́ máa ń la oòrùn ọ̀yẹ́ tó la lónìí o ọ̀yẹ́ ire ni ẹ̀kú ojúmọ́ lọ́dẹ̀ẹ̀dẹ̀ yìí o ojúmọ́ aláyọ̀ lèmi o ìròyìn lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ màlá tó ti gbé dé ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ìròyìn kárí ayé màlélẹ́yìn o ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà etí ni ó lè jò ń lò fọ́nrán ìní tó lóko yìí ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ẹ̀tẹ́ tí balẹ̀ jẹ́ ká tún jọ gbọ́ ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ìkànnì tó gbajúgbajà Olúyọ̀lé FM ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà Ajílété FM ẹ tún máa gbọ́ wa lásìkò kan náà ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà Òkè Ògùn FM tó wà lálága ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó kún kẹ́kẹ́.